Today, I want to talk about a prison that holds millions of people captive. The strange thing is that most people don't even realize they're inside it. There are no bars, no locks, no guards, yet it controls decisions, dreams, relationships, and entire lives. That prison is the fear of what other people think. Think about how many choices people make every day because of other people's opinions. They stay silent when they want to speak. They avoid opportunities they want to pursue. They wear masks to fit in. They pretend to agree when they actually disagree. They live lives that look good from the outside but feel empty on the inside. Why? Because they're afraid of being judged. The truth is that almost everyone wants to be liked. It is part of human nature. We want acceptance. We want approval. We want to belong. There is nothing wrong with that. The problem begins when the desire for approval becomes more important than living honestly. Many people spend years trying to please everyone, and eventually, they discover something painful. It cannot be done. No matter what you do, somebody will criticize you. No matter how kind you are, somebody will misunderstand you. No matter how hard you work, somebody will say it isn't enough. No matter what path you choose, somebody will think you chose the wrong one. That is simply part of life. Imagine a man, his son, and their donkey traveling through a village. At first, both walk beside the donkey. People laugh and say, "Why have a donkey if you're not riding it?" So the man climbs on the donkey. Soon another group criticizes him. Look at that selfish father making his son walk. The father gets off and lets his son ride. Further down the road, more people complain. What kind of son rides while his elderly father walks? So both ride the donkey. A little later, another crowd says, "Those poor animals, they're overloading that donkey." Finally, frustrated, they both get off and walk. And once again, people laugh. No matter what they did, somebody disapproved. That story has survived for generations because it reveals a truth about human nature. If you live for the approval of others, you will spend your life exhausted. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that other people's opinions belong to them, not to you. You cannot control what others think. You cannot control how they interpret your actions. You cannot control the stories they tell themselves about you. What you can control is your character, your integrity, your effort, your choices. That is where your attention belongs. Many people waste enormous amounts of energy trying to manage their reputation. Meanwhile, they neglect the person they see in the mirror every morning. The irony is that most people are not thinking about you nearly as much as you imagine. They are busy worrying about what others think of them, just like you are, just like almost everyone else is. We often act as if the world is watching us. In reality, most people are focused on their own struggles, fears, and concerns. One of the most liberating moments in life comes when you realize that you do not need permission to be yourself. You do not need everyone's approval to pursue your goals. You do not need unanimous support to make a decision. You do not need strangers to validate your worth. Your value does not increase because someone praises you, and it does not decrease because someone criticizes you. A diamond remains valuable whether people recognize it or not. The same is true of character. There will always be people who doubt you. There will always be people who misunderstand you. There will always be people who disagree with your choices. Let them. You are not responsible for managing everyone's opinion. You are responsible for living according to your principles. Think about some of the most influential people in history. Many were criticized. Many were mocked. Many were doubted. If they had stopped every time someone disapproved, their contributions would have been lost to the world. The same principle applies on a smaller scale in our own lives. How many dreams have died because someone feared criticism? How many businesses were never started? How many books were never written? How many opportunities were never taken? How many lives were lived according to other people's expectations? Fear of judgment has stolen countless possibilities. But there is good news. You can begin freeing yourself today. Not by becoming insensitive, not by becoming arrogant, but by remembering something simple. Other people's opinions are information, not commands. You can listen to advice. You can consider feedback. You can learn from criticism, but you do not have to surrender your life to it. As we grow older, many of us discover something important. The people whose approval we once chased were often struggling with their own insecurities. The opinions that once seemed so important were often temporary. The judgments we feared were quickly forgotten. And the opportunities we missed because of fear can never be recovered. That is why courage matters. Not because courage removes fear, but because courage helps us act despite it. As we close today's episode, I want to leave you with a question. If you stopped worrying about what other people thought, what would you do differently? What dream would you pursue? What goal would you begin? What truth would you finally speak? Think about that, because your answer may reveal the life you were meant to live. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, the day you stop living for other people's approval is the day you begin living for yourself. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.